Now I am pleased to introduce our first speaker, Toi Dennis. Ms. Dennis is a staff attorney in the Ypsilanti office of the Crime Victims Legal Assistance Project Elder Justice Initiative. Ms. Dennis will be speaking about community resources for survivors of elder abuse. The floor is yours, Ms. Dennis.
Thank you, Kristen. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Toi Dennis, and as you just heard, I work for CVLAP, and it is a statewide program with attorneys across Michigan. We provide free legal help to clients who have experienced domestic violence and to clients who are at least 60 years old or vulnerable adults of any age and who have experienced abuse, neglect, or exploitation. I'll tell you a little more about that later. Before I get started, let's take care of a few housekeeping items. Next. You may find links to all of the resources I cover in my presentation today in our electronic handout. During the presentation, the link to the handout will be in the chat. If you are watching the tape version of the presentation, look in the notes field for the link to the handout. Next, I would like to bring your attention to a very informative brochure from the Michigan Attorney General's Office's Elder Abuse Task Force. As professionals interested in preventing and addressing elder abuse, we should know about and help distribute the No Excuse for Elder Abuse brochure, which is shown on the slide right now. This side of the brochure provides several agencies you or your clients may contact regarding suspected or actual elder abuse. The next side of this brochure reminds us of common signs of potential elder abuse, neglect, or exploitation. Some of the physical signs are dehydration or unusual weight loss, unexplained injuries or sores, unusual changes in behavior or sleep patterns, isolation from friends and family, unpaid bills, and also unexpected changes in wills or property deeds, just to name a few. We all need to watch out for these signs and protect older adults. These brochures are available in Arabic, Mandarin, Spanish, and American Sign Language. They are free, and you can order the copies by sending an email to the address on the screen. Now, let's get started. I am going to discuss community resources for our elders or seasoned citizens who have been victims. Excuse me, I have a sick baby at home. Sorry. Go. I'm going to discuss community resources for our elders or seasoned citizens who have been victims of elder abuse. These include, these include area agencies on aging, community mental health, centers for independent living, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. AAA, CMS, and Michigan Department of Health and Human Services can all determine eligibility for different programs like Michigan Waiver Services, PACE, and DHS Home Help Program, which include housekeeping assistance with activities of daily living and even nursing home level services. The Center for Independent Living, I think we're on the wrong slide. I'm sorry. Can we go back? Okay. Thank you. The Center for Independent Living helps people with disabilities find housing, work, community resources, and transition from nursing homes. Even though the elder, I just want to note that even though the elder may qualify for these services, there is still a problem with staffing in Michigan, as you know, as a result of the COVID epidemic. Next. Now let's talk about housing resources. Centers for Independent Living also provide assessment for eligibility for transition services to help people who are leaving the nursing home and returning to the community. They can help people find apartments, houses, and even assisted living facilities. The AAAs are a great resource for nursing homes and assisted living facilities. Housing Assessment and Resource Agencies, or better known as HARAs, provide central intake, case management, and housing assessment for each community. The HARA that provides services for Washtenaw County is the Housing Access for Washtenaw County, better known as HAWC. And for the elders 55 and older, there is the Housing Bureau for Seniors. For counties outside of Washtenaw County, there is a MSHDA HARA contact list, which you can use to search for HARAs in your particular area. You can find these links to these resources in the chat. Next. And for financial assistance, we have the Social Security Administration and Veteran Administration Representative Payee Programs. The payee programs help individuals manage their benefits, specifically the Social Security and Veterans benefits, not other money. This can be a less restrictive alternative to guardianship if the major challenge to the person is managing money. There is also help for identity theft, and that is through the Attorney General's Michigan Identity Theft Support Team. It is available to help with and will provide victims with resources and guidance to minimize damage caused by identity theft. And the contact information for this resource is also in the handout. Next. We also have the Department of Insurance and Financial Services. They investigate consumer complaints against insurance, banking, credit union, mortgage, and other financial products. Next. Next, we have LARA, the LARA Bureau of Community and Health Systems. And LARA stands for Licensing and Regulatory Affairs. They report abuse or neglect concerns in licensed facilities. Next, we have the LARA Bureau of Professional Licensing, and they report complaints and allegations against licensed care professionals like doctors, dentists, and nurses. Next. And finally, we have legal representation and other advocacy. Free legal services are offered throughout the state, and the telephone intake for most programs are handled by the Counsel and Advocacy Law Line, which we call CALL. We also have MichiganLegalHelp.org, which is an excellent resource for self-help tools with information and forms that can be filled out online. For other legal services, you can call your county bar associations. Most have lawyer referral services. And for help with personal protection orders, you can contact your district courts, who also have offices of the offices for PPO help. Next. There's also the Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program, and they are advocates for residents of licensed nursing homes, adult foster care homes, and homes for the aged. There's also Adult Protective Services, which is under the Michigan Department of Human and Health Services. And we have the Disability Rights of Michigan, and they are the designated protection and advocacy system. Now, we invite you all to join your local Elder Abuse Task Force or the Vulnerable Adult Collaborative or the multidisciplinary team. Elder justice is a team sport. You can contact me and my colleagues at CVLAP and Legal Services and find the office near you by going to cvlap.org. And for more information on elder abuse, you can go to Michigan Department of Attorney General Elder Abuse Task Force, the National Center for Elder Abuse, or the U.S. Department of Justice Elder Initiative. And last but not least, and most importantly, us. We are CVLAP. We are the Civil Legal Services for family, housing, public benefits, consumer, and elder law. Our services are free, regardless of client's income or assets. There is no citizenship requirement, and we serve as individuals who are 60 or older and or vulnerable adults. Clients are eligible if they have experienced abuse, physical, sexual, or emotional, neglect, and or exploitation. There's no police report, charge, or conviction required. And to connect with our assistants, please go to cvlap.org. And that concludes my presentation for today. Are there questions, comments?
Thank you, Ms. Dennis. That was a great presentation. That was a very helpful list of resources that professionals can offer.
Thank you.
Toi, one question I see is you mentioned older than 60, but also vulnerable adults. So if somebody's less than 60, but I have reason to believe they're vulnerable, will your program potentially help them?
Yes, that is correct. You can call in through our call line and do an intake, and then we will assess whether we can help you.
Thank you. I don't see any other questions. So, Kristen, I think it's back to you.
All right. Thank you again for presenting for us this morning.